Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. I'm sitting here on a cold, snowy Sunday, and I'm getting ready to watch a little bit of football. But before that, I'm trying to get my tackle room organized. I've got like everything in here. I don't know if you can see it. I've got like all kinds of stuff from the boat, and just everything is just all piled up. I've got all kinds of stuff. I'm trying to start to organize for next year. I'm trying to organize everything that I took out of the boat from this year and just get everything all ready to go. Just trying to figure out how I want to store stuff. You know, I've got a bunch of these tackle warehouse plastic bags. I haven't done this before. I've always stored my plastic in just Ziploc bags. I try to sort them, you know, by like cross style trailers or swim baits or, you know, finesse worms, and then I'll just swap the bags in and out as I want. But I feel like those bags are always getting torn up by, for sure, by the end of the year. So I talked to a couple people, and they said to try some of these heavier duty bags. So I've got a bunch of these that I'm going to start filling up with different types of plastics that I always need to have in my boat. Just trying to get everything ready to go. One of the things I came across was a bait that I don't think I've talked about yet on the channel, and that's what I want to do. It's one of my go-to guide baits. It's a bait that catches fish for the most beginner of anglers, and it catches everything: bluegill, perch, bass, pike. I mean, everything. And it's just a simple, stupid bait to utilize. But if you have people that want to get introduced to fishing, this is a phenomenal bait to get them to catch fish and enjoy the outdoors. It's a simple bait to utilize, and I'm talking about just basic little inline spinners. You know, this is a Blue Fox. Meps is a great one. You know, this is a smaller Meps, Rooster Tail. My personal favorites are the Blue Fox, and then the Meps is good, but I think the Blue Fox one runs the best. And I like just a white skirt on it. Size 0, size 1 are the best in terms of catching fish. This is a size 2, so you can tell it's still not big at all. But if you're looking at catching bluegill and perch mixed in, these smaller ones, like, you know, this is a size 0 Meps or a size 1, just for comparison, that's a size 1 Blue Fox, then that's a size 2 next to it. So the size 0 and the size 1 will catch way more panfish mixed in as well. But it's a really, really good bait to catch fish. I mean, I've used them in tournaments before in situations where it was really tough fishing. I don't know why they seem to get bit really well. They're right up there with your little tiny swim baits, and they're right up there with like a grub, just something so small and not not frightening at all to the fish. You know, they give off a little bit of vibration, so they draw fish to it. And the thing is, the strikes you get on them are very violent, I feel like. You know, you get a bunch of 10, 12-inch bass that just literally cannot turn it down, and they're crushing it. They always just crush it. So, you know, if you've got somebody you want to introduce into fishing, take them out to the lake. It's a great bait to throw offshore if you're just pond hopping. You know, from a boat standpoint, it's a really good bait just to go down the bank, especially if you're around the spawn and there's just a lot of fish that are up shallow. You'll get fish in all different stages of the spawn. You'll catch big ones mixed in too. I've caught a lot of 4-pound class fish on it. You know, so if you're going around beating the bank for largemouth and they're up shallow, that's a great bait to utilize. It's also very, very, very underutilized in clear water situations. For smallmouth. I will get big smallmouth to come up and crack this thing, you know, on flats that are anywhere, you know, from 12 foot of water or less. It's a bait you can throw it out and just straight retrieve, but burn it real fast, and they will rip it out of your hands. Versus, you know, if I'm just going down the bank fishing just for whatever will bite, then I'm throwing it out, just a nice straight retrieve, not fast, not slow, just enough to kind of keep it in the middle of the water column and you're good to go. You don't need to twitch it. You don't need to do anything. Throw it, straight retrieve it back, and you'll get bluegill, perch, whatever is in that lake will bite that bait. So if you've got, you know, a little boy or a little girl that wants to get into fishing, or you're just somebody who's new and you don't know what baits to try, this is a great bait. I always have them in my boat. Anytime I'm doing guide trips with beginners who just want to catch fish, don't care what species it is, it's probably my number one bait to, you know, be able to fish a lot of water. The anglers can cast it easily and they'll catch fish of all species. It's probably my number one go-to bait outside of using any sort of live bait. So guys, if you're looking to get people introduced in the fishing, don't forget about your small inline spinners. They catch so many fish. They're really cheap and you can buy them just about anywhere. Like I said, I would recommend throwing a Meps or a Blue Fox. Those are my favorite. You can get a Rooster Tail as another one, but they all seem to work really well. So give them a try if you're just looking to catch a few fish, or get your little boy or little girl the chance to catch a few fish as well. Go pick yourself up some. I hope it was helpful. If it was, hit that like button and stay tuned for tomorrow's video.